Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to everybody that's returning. What is up? How are you? How your family? How is everybody doing? I had a brain fart right there, but we're back. How is everybody? I hope y'all are having an amazing day, depending on, what time of day that you're listening to this at, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or the nighttime. I wish you all well. If you are new here, welcome. Um, I guess I'll just let you know this is Manifest Ruthlessly, the podcast where we do the work, we tell the truth, we hold ourselves accountable, and we clap loudly whenever each of us wins. So if you're looking for healing with a little bit of edge and a whole lot of heart, a lot of sass, a little bit of cussing sometimes, every now and then in between, you are home. So welcome. Over here, we don't just talk about growth, we really do live it. We don't just manifest the pretty things. We break curses, disrupt patterns, and reclaim joy like it's our birthright. Because it really is. Um, Today's episode is for the one who feels tired, the one who always seems to be the strong one, the one who keeps showing up even when you are mentally, physically, and emotionally, even spiritually over it. You fed up. Because somewhere along the line you realize, like, damn, I'm the pattern breaker. Maybe you weren't given that title on purpose. Maybe nobody handed you the script or the plan. They didn't set up anything before you got here. But it fell on your shoulders anyway. Somehow it found its way to you. And I know, y'all, I know it feels heavy sometimes. But I want to let you know something. As a fellow pattern breaker, I think one of the popular terms that people use today is a generational curse breaker. I'm gonna just use pattern breaker because at the end of the day, it may not be generational. It might just be something that that's going on in a season of your life right now, or a season of someone else close to you's life, and you just kind of have to pick it up and take on that ownership. Being the one who shifts everything, the mindset, the story, or how you and your family deal with money, the parenting style, the emotional availability, that shit ain't easy. You're probably the one learning boundaries while still feeling guilty for having them. The one who's healing from what they said was normal. Oh, that's just the way we've always done things. Why are you questioning it? Well, our family been doing this all the time. Baby, that's just how we talk. Okay, well, I'm gonna change this. Ugh. Our family has always beat our kids. This gentle parenting, y'all new generation with this gentle parent, like, you are the one that's loving people who never learn how to love without control, fear, or silence. You are literally doing the undoing. And that's why it feels like everything is on your shoulders. Because in a way it is. But here's one thing that they don't always tell you. The title of generational curse breaker or pattern breaker in today's episode might not be the one that you asked for, but it is the one that changes everything once you accept it. And I know that sucks to say that. It really does suck. And as much as I would like to apologize for saying it that way, I'm not going to. Because this episode isn't about glorifying pain or putting more pressure on your plate, adding nothing else to it. Like you are overwhelmed, you are full, and if we're being honest, shit keeps stacking. Whether it's bills, more bills, less money. Whether it's habits, trying to correct the way that you or change the way that you parent, the way that you talk, the way that you walk, the way that you view money or deal with money, spending habits, driving, anger issues, whatever it is heavy. But this episode and what we're going to talk about today, it's about honoring the fact that you were made for this. You're rewriting the story with every no that you used to use as a yes, or that your, family or the people around you have used as a yes. Maybe it's the people pleasing characteristic. With every time you pause before reacting, so working through those anger issues, daddy issues, or mothering issues, or changing up the parenting style. With every therapy session, every prayer, every deep breath, and every healthy relationship you choose, you are shifting generations forward just by showing up different, just by trying to do it differently. And maybe, just maybe, there are people out there that are close to you that don't get that. Maybe your family thinks you're doing too much or changing for no reason. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? But what they call rebellion is really you breaking the chain. And I know it's not just hard. A lot of times it's lonely. You're grieving what you thought family should be. You're mourning the childhood that you deserved and may have never gotten. And you're building something that you never even seen modeled. So you come from a single family house, a single parent household, and now you're trying to figure out how to be a father. Or you're a mother with a spouse and you're trying to figure out how to parent or how to share the responsibilities when it comes to a child. Because if we're being honest, we all know what we picture in our head. We all know what we think it should look like. But when you get in them trenches, how things change. This is where accountability, this is where communication, this is where trust comes in. But let me tell you this out loud again. Whatever it is that you are going into, whatever it is that you're dealing with, whatever it is that you're facing, you are not behind. You're not failing at it. You are building something sacred and something that you, your family, your spouse's family, your kids, y'all ain't never had to deal with that before. So it's going to take time. It may not feel like progress, but healing in real time always looks messy at first. And you are doing it beautifully. You are doing it wonderfully. So give yourself some grace. So, yes, I get it. You're carrying the trauma, the tension, the emotional debt, hell, the physical debt sometimes, the financial, you are carrying it all. But you're also planting something better, something softer. You're building homes where people feel safe to speak up and speak out. You're parenting with gentleness, even when you weren't raised with it. You're allowing softness into a lineage that only knew sacrifice. The cycle ends with you, but the legacy begins with you. And that legacy is not rooted in pain, it's rooted in peace, in choice, in softness, in being seen and being held, not just surviving, but living. So don't just see yourself as the one who's stopping the damage. See yourself as the one who starts the healing. I know every day I got a question. Today's question is just, when did you first realize you were carrying the weight of more than just your own story? And how can you start honoring yourself, not just as the strong one, but as someone worthy of softness, joy, and support right now? Because yes, you are carrying the weight of people that came before you. And, whether they appreciate it or not, whether they asked for it or not. Yes, you may be the strong one, but that doesn't stop you from being worthy of being soft, of being happy, of being supported through this journey and through this process. So those questions, write them out, because you weren't I'm getting tongue tied. You weren't meant to just carry the load. You were meant to release what isn't yours and make room for what is. Affirmation for today is, I'm a pattern breaker, a generational curse breaker. I honor the work that I'm doing, whether it's seen or unseen. I was not born to carry everything, but I was called to shift something. And I accept that calling with grace, but with boundaries and with pride. The trauma ends with me. And so does the silence, so does the shame, and so does the sacrifice without the softness. Today I stand in my power, knowing that every healing choice I make is planting peace for those who come after me. So I'm proud of who I'm becoming. This journey, this story, it begins with me. And I ain't done yet, So some days you're going to feel heavy. Some days you're going to feel invisible. Baby, you're going to feel invisible. Some days you're going to want to walk away from it all. Yep. But I tell you this, you are not weak. You're not late. Again, you're not failing. Remember that you are the one shifting the whole damn timeline in real time. And that is beyond impressive. Beyond impressive. So keep going. But give yourself grace. Forgive yourself for not knowing. Forgive the ones that came before you for not doing. For handing you or leaving you this baton. Leaving behind the things. One thing I've had to learn in my own journey is that every generation has their own thoughts and beliefs on how they're supposed to do things. For a long time, baby boomers and those that came before them, they just wanted family and a house. Good job, stay at the job, until retirement kick in. It was work, family, that's it. It was just black and white. Over time, those ideas have shifted. So you have to keep in mind that the mindset of the people at that time may be different from the mindset that you have now, because the times are different. A lot of things have changed. A lot of things we won't have changed. Pricing has definitely changed. So take that. Definitely, I'm not making excuses for them, but like I said, just in my family, I've taken a step back, and instead of always calling them selfish and be like, oh, they were just selfish to do it this way, or I don't understand why this is like, okay, yes, they might have been, but at the time, while they were doing it, they may not have thought it was selfish. Their mindset at the time might have been, this is what I'm supposed to do. So now they left you with this thing, intentionally, unintentionally, but this is the thing that you were now left to carry. And it wouldn't be right if I didn't mention, yes, it was left for you, but if we being honest, you're not obligated. You're not forced to take it on. So at any period of time, if you feel like this shit ain't worth it, put it down. Put it down. Go enjoy your life the best way that you can, because as far as we know, we only get one. But if you do pick it up and you do take it on, know that it is a heavy load. But baby, when you get through it, when you make the corrections and you fix it for those that come after you, the joy, the literal joy, because it's like, wow, I did my best. When I take my last breath, before I go, I can say, I did what I was supposed to do. I did the best that I could, because that's all we can give in this life. It's just the best. So maybe I'll end this message with that. Just do your best. Whatever you are handed, whatever generational curse you decide to pick out the box to break, do your best with it. It ain't got to be perfect. There are generations that will come after you, and just leave them a note. Maybe leave them a note. Be like, hey, I tried the best I could with what I had. Maybe you can do it a little better. So again, this is Manifest Ruthlessly. Give yourself some grace. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.